Netflix, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Hulu, YouTube, Premium, your gym membership, HelloFresh Blue, Apron, Audible, the New York Times, Peloton app, iCloud storage, Dropbox, Adobe Creative Cloud. You're bleeding money every single month, and you don't even notice. The average American now pays for 12 subscriptions. Most people can't name half of them, and together they're costing you something you'll never get back. Your financial freedom. The psychology. Subscriptions are designed to be invisible. $10 per month doesn't feel like money. It feels like nothing. It's less than lunch. It's less than parking. It's barely worth thinking about. And that's exactly the point. Companies figured out decades ago that consumers resist large upfront payments but barely notice small recurring charges. The pain of paying is spread so thin across time that your brain doesn't register it as a real cost. There's a term for this in behavioral economics. It's called the pain of paying. The larger and more immediate a payment, the more psychological discomfort it creates. The smaller and more distant, the less it hurts. A subscription takes something that should hurt $500 per year and breaks it into 12 tiny payments of $42. Your brain processes this as essentially free. But here's where it gets worse. Subscriptions have what's called high switching costs, not financial costs, psychological costs. Canceling a subscription requires effort. You have to log in, find the settings, remember your password, confirm the cancellation. And your brain knows that if you cancel, you'll lose access to something, even if you haven't used it in months. So you don't cancel. You tell yourself you'll use it next month. You keep paying indefinitely for services you've forgotten you have. The subscription model is a masterclass in behavioral manipulation. Every element is designed to make it easy to subscribe and hard to cancel, and the cost is structured to fall below your threshold of financial pain. Meanwhile, the companies are building billion-dollar business models on your inability to notice 12 separate $9.99 charges, the hidden cost. Let's run the real numbers. The average American household spends about $500 per month on subscriptions. That's $6,000 per year. Now let's assume you're young. Let's say you're 25, and you'll maintain this spending for the next 40 years until retirement. $6,000 per year invested at an 8% average annual return compounds to over $1.5 million by the time you're 65, $1.5 million. That's not a theoretical number. That's the actual opportunity cost of subscription spending over a lifetime. That's what you're trading your Netflix and Spotify for. But it's worse than that because subscription spending doesn't stay flat. It grows every year. A new service launches and becomes non-negotiable. Every year, existing services raise prices by $1 or $2. You barely notice because it's just $10 becoming $11. Over 40 years, if your subscription spending grows by just 3% per year, which is less than inflation. The true cost isn't $1.5 million. It's closer to $2.2 million. $2.2 million for entertainment and convenience. You won't remember using real-world example. A friend of mine, a marketing manager in Austin, making $75,000 per year, complained constantly about not being able to save money. I asked him to pull up his bank statement and list every subscription. We found 14. He could only name 8 off the top of his head. Netflix, $14.99. Spotify, $10.99. Amazon Prime, $12.99. Disney Plus, $7.99. Hulu, $12.99. Apple Music, $9.99. YouTube Premium, $11.99. Adobe Creative Cloud, $20.99. Audible, $14.95. The New York Times, $17 per month. A meditation app, he tried once, $14.99. A language learning app, he opened twice, $19.99. A fitness app with a trainer he never used, $30.99. LinkedIn Premium, $39.99. Total, $537 per month, $6,444 per year. He was hemorrhaging money and had no idea. We canceled 6 immediately that he hadn't used in months. Within a year, he had saved over $3,000 in subscription costs alone and redirected it into investments. The fix. Here's your action plan. Step 1. Do a subscription audit right now. Not next week. Now, pull up your bank statement and credit card statements. Go through every recurring charge. Write down every subscription you're paying for. Include the annual cost, not just the monthly, because monthly numbers hide the pain. Step 2. Apply the frequency test. For each subscription, ask yourself, how many times did I actually use this in the last month? If the answer is 0, cancel it immediately. If it's once or twice, run the math. Is it cheaper to pay per use than to maintain the subscription? Most of the time it is. Cancel anything you don't use weekly. Step 3. Use the resubscribe rule. If you're not sure whether you'll miss it, cancel it anyway. If it turns out you actually need it, you can always resubscribe. The friction of resubscribing is your friend. It forces you to make an active decision instead of just letting inertia keep you subscribed forever. Most of the time, you'll realize you don't miss it at all. Step 4. Set an annual subscription budget. Decide right now what your maximum monthly subscription spend will be. $50 per month, $100. You pick. When you hit that limit, you're done. No more subscriptions until you cancel something else. This forces trade-offs and makes you choose what actually matters. Subscriptions aren't inherently bad. The problem is the default behavior, which is to subscribe to everything and cancel nothing. Outro. The subscription economy is designed to extract wealth from you slowly, quietly, persistently. The only way to win is to treat subscriptions like what they actually are. Long-term financial commitments. If you wouldn't pay the annual cost up front, you shouldn't pay it monthly either. Cancel everything that doesn't pass that test, and you'll find thousands of dollars per year that you thought had disappeared. If this made you check your bank account, subscribe for more financial psychology breakdowns. Shorts, extraction, points short 1, hook 00040, Netflix, Spotify, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus. You're bleeding $500 a month and don't even notice. Short 2, the hidden cost, 3, 10, 40. 500 month in subscriptions, so $1.5 million over 40 years invested. That's what Netflix is actually costing you. Short 3, the fix, 540, 640. Do this now. List every subscription. Cancel anything you didn't use in the last month. Most of the time, you won't even miss it.